Well, hello everybody. Come on in, get yourself something to drink, get yourself something to eat, have a seat. I spent a lot of time last night cleaning up. Still got a lot to go, but I got rid of all that yarn that was sitting there. And I got rid of a lot of yarn sitting on the table, under the table, and got it into totes. So the other day, Kevin brought home 10 more totes. I filled them. I think they're I filled 6 out of the 10 because I believe I've got 4 left, and I got 3 big boxes of yarn left. So those 4 totes are probably going to be full, and then I'll have to have them stop and get more totes because I've got 9 more boxes to undo. But anyhow, we do what we do. It's what I say. We do what we do. So first, um, I got the rest of my Joann's order. So the rest of my Joann's order, um, the only thing that I bought was their Big Twist 1 pounders, which I didn't know they had. How I missed it, I don't know. But I just found them about a week ago. But I got 2 more colors. So I got this beautiful blue. And for this being basic acrylic, it's wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. It's a 4 weight, and I think it's softer than Red Heart. Not saying there's anything wrong with Red Heart. But anyhow, this is the Value Pound Plus. It's more than a pound. Uh, it's 1,093 yards, 1,000 meters, 17.6 ounces, 500 grams. It's a medium 4 weight. They want you to use an H8 crochet hook or a 5 millimeter. Knitting needle, they want you to use a U.S.A or a 5 millimeter. It is machine washable and tumble dry. Oh, it says do not tumble dry, lay flat. Not quite sure why all of a sudden basic acrylic has to be laid flat to dry. Not quite understanding that. Unless it has something to do with a pill. Now that might be the reason. Because I know basic acrylic, it will pill, and then you got to take a shaver and shave it. But that would be my only thing I could think of. And the colorway of this is navy. And it is Joann's house brand, Big Twist. I like how they put, there it is. To make a blanket, they're saying 3 skeins, a sweater 1, a hat 1, a hat scarf 1. Now, I'm a big guy, and there's no way I'm going to get a sweater out of one of these. I'm going to need 2, 2.5, maybe 3, depending on how big and roomy I want it. I like that idea, but it's one of the give and takes, I guess. I can easily see 3 of these making a blanket, easy, because I always buy 2,000 yards. That typically covers most, whether if I want to crochet or if I want to knit. 2,000 yards pretty much covers what I want to do. Even if I wanted to make a knitted sweater, because for some reason when you knit, you use less yarn than when you crochet. But I could easily get, I believe, a sweater out of 2 of these. But anyhow, I got 2 of this color. Wonder if they're the same number. Let's see. This lot number is 2024, and this lot number is 2023. So this is 2024, this is 2023. And you're not going to be able to see the difference, but there is a slight difference. One is darker than the other. That's the whole point of matching dye lots. I hate matching dye lots. I don't know why dye lots are starting to come back. I honestly don't. But then I've got this beautiful gray, and it's the same specs, and the color is called light gray. And I do have 2 of those. And we're just going to set these out of our way for now. All right. So now they had cotton. So there was a pack of 5 for $5. This is Himalaya. The color is denim. And I will get maybe maybe I should have grabbed some scissors. Mercy. Now this is very thin, but I do not mind thin. So when I do dishes, I do not like the thick dishcloths. If I'm making a pot holder or a trivet to set a pot on, all day long. But when I go to wash dishes, I want something thin. And my mom's the same way. It's like, don't give us something thick to try. It's just too hard. But look at that. That is just a beautiful, pretty color. And if you see me itching my head, it's because I just got a haircut. And it's driving me nuts. So there's 153 yards in one of these. So plenty to make a dish rag. It's 50 grams. They want you to use a 3.5 millimeter knitting needle or a 4. And crochet is the same. And the brand is Himalayan. It's 100% cotton. It just gives a color number. It doesn't give a color. It's 115-16. But it's a beautiful purple. It's like almost speckled almost. But it's real pretty. But as you can tell, I got 2 different colors. So this is lot 11520. and this is 11516. And there's a big difference. Now, I got these just to make some dishcloths, so the color is not going to matter. So on the screen, they're showing pretty close. But this one's definitely lighter. This one's a lot darker. Like I said, I'm okay. I just got these just to make some dishcloths. So it's not like I needed both packs to make a garment. But if you ever are in that predicament where, let's say that I did buy 10 of this color to make a shirt or a sweater, a top, maybe even a shawl. If you have two different dye lots, 1 or 2 rows, 1 and 2 rows, 1 row, 1 row, but don't go past that. 2 is your max. Typically, it should be like every 1. So that way, the change is so subtle, it gets all blended in, and you really don't notice it. But that's just a little trick. So if you ever do have 2 dye lots and you need to make a garment, it's a pain, but it can be done. You just have to 1 row it and 1 row it. 1 row, 1 row. 2 at the most. Don't do more than 2. Because then you're really good. Even at 2, you're going to notice a little bit. But if you go past 2, like 4 or 3, yeah, you're going to notice it. That's just my 2 cents. But this is very nice cotton. It's not stiff. It's not like sugar and concrete, as a lot of people call it. But once upon a time, that's all we had, right? We used what we had. Now, here was another. Here's some more. This is another color. The dye lots are different because this is 115-8. This is 115-4, and you can see the difference. But like I said, I got these just to make dishcloths. Nothing fancy, just your everyday dishcloth. But I want to show you the difference. And for $1, you can't beat this. $1 for one of these, you can't beat that. So they look different. Not so, I guess there it is. So this one right here is a lot lighter than this one. This is a lot darker. This is almost like black. And this is a blue. But it feels really nice. It's a really nice cotton. But okay, so those of you that might not know Himalayan, that's how I pronounce it, okay? It might not be pronounced that way. That's how I pronounce it, and that's what I'm going with. Himalayan yarn is very nice. It's a very nice yarn. And they do have Himalayan has they have acrylics and stuff. So it's just not cotton. Okay, so now they had, this is all from their summer blowout sale. Took me 2 days to get. Well, I had to miss 2 days of work, but it actually took me almost a week. It was supposed to have been delivered Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday, then Saturday. I got a notice on Sunday saying that they were shipping it back to Premier. I sent Premier an email. They responded on Tuesday after it was delivered, which I had to stay home. Luckily, they said they tried. Okay, so Sunday I get a text message from FedEx. Your package was undeliverable. We're sending it back to Premier. I got screenshots of everything of the package travel history. And they kept delivering it to the wrong address. Originally, it was supposed to come here to the house, but I was not going to be home to sign for it. So I had to have it rerouted to Kevin's mom's, where she was going to be home. They kept trying to deliver it here when we were over there. But the email I got from Premier was, we were watching your package closely, and it shows that it has been delivered. Please verify if you received it. Like I said, at the time I got the email, I did receive it because I stayed home from work to sign for it. So I sent Premier an email back stating no customer should have to go through what I went through. I had to take 2 days off of work to get my order. Going forward, can I use or choose a carrier to deliver my package? And they sent me an email back. I'm going to read it to you. Okay, there we go. And Joanns. Joanns Premier. Okay. So it says, hello, Russell. Thank you for your email. We are glad to hear that you received the remainder of your order. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience you experienced with the delivery. If your order subtotal is larger than $200, you may need to provide a signature upon delivery to confirm that your order was delivered safely. If you cannot sign for your order or package, you can go here to see other options, which is to the FedEx. We cannot guarantee that your order will not ship via FedEx. We ship with USPS and FedEx, with larger orders typically shipping FedEx. You may notice your last order was smaller and shipped USPS. Please let us know if you have any other questions. So in other words, I have to place an order of $200. So if I want to place an $800 order or a $1,000 order, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to make 4 to 5 separate orders for it to not ship FedEx. Unacceptable, in my opinion. telling somebody that they have to order less than $200 in order to have your order shipped by a different carrier other than FedEx? No. To me, this email was just protocol. It had no heart and no meaning to it. Basically, this is just a standard. This is what we're ship. This is the email that we're going to give everybody. But there's nothing there to really tell me that they were really concerned or that they even care um, that I had such trouble. Uh, so I'm going to have to be really hard pressed to buy from Premier ever again. I'm not saying I won't, but it's going to be hard pressed. And I loved how they put in there about my last order was smaller and it shipped USPS. Got that without a hitch. What does my last order have anything to do with the problems I had with? To me, they should have took my case to FedEx and used that as, I guess, evidence to really hammer down that FedEx, you have to do better than this, or else we're not going to be able to ship with you. We're going to have to find a different alternative. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's having this issue. But what gets me is that they didn't come right out and say that I have to order less than 200, but if I didn't want problems, I have to order less than 200. Why would you tell a customer? That's what's not sitting right in my mind. Why tell a customer order $200 or less and it will ship USPS? But they're not guaranteeing it will, though. So to me, I wouldn't tell that to a customer. I would be taking that to the shipping company. It's like, can you explain this? I paid FedEx to reroute my packages. They failed. They delivered one box to Kevin's mom's, the other box every day here. Unacceptable. And so going forward, I don't think um, I'll be ordering from Premier from here on out. Not going to say I won't, but I'm going to have to be hard pressed because they got some really, really, they have awesome yarn. But if I have to spend $600, well, actually over $600 for 2 days of work, staying home, where did I save any? But anyhow, they had this Momenti. It was in their sale. I've never had this. I've wanted it, but I never had it. Now I do. And I can tell you already that I'm in love with this. And it's sad that I can't order from Premier to get more. So for one, this is 58% cotton, 42% acrylic. It's a 4-weight. They want you to use a size 8 knitting needle or a size I-9 crochet hook. And there is 437 yards in a cake, 400 meters, 7 ounces, 200 grams. And this is a chainette spun yarn. So, trying to find, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that, but no. No. But this is a chainette spun. It's chainette. It's a beautiful, the colors are almost like watered. It's like a watercolor. This is called rose quartz. And I got 6 of those. So 6 times 4 is 2,400 yards. So if I wanted to make myself a nice sweater, I could. And with it being cotton and a little bit of acrylic, pretty nice stuff. Okay, so now we have this momentum. I gotta get this off the table. So I did, like I said, I was working on my area because tonight, Saturday, August 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going live to celebrate my 2-year anniversary on YouTube and my early birthday. But these are the same specs as what I just read you because it's the same yarn. And that is a beautiful color. Beautiful color. And this colorway is Reef. And I got 2 of those. Oh, come on. Come on. I should have got an empty tote. And then I could just threw this stuff in there. And it would have went faster. Okay, then they had this yarn. It's another yarn that they come out with, and I never got. And it is called their anti-pilling butterfly. And it has one main color, and then it's got several different colors. And this is nice stuff. So this colorway is called Summer, and that's what it looks like. There we go. That's what it looks like knitted up. It's a 3-weight yarn. It's 100% anti-pilling. They want you to use a U.S.A knitting needle or a U.S.A crochet hook. And it's 546 yards, 500 meters, 7 ounces, 200 grams. And it's 100% acrylic. And it's soft as butter. And What one was that? That was summer. Okay, I got one of those. Because essentially one of these makes a boggy creek blanket. But you got 3 of these for like $12. So. And then there's this color. This is almost, so this has like a sheen to it, almost like Caron Simply Soft. You can't really see the sheen, but there is a sheen to this, and it's almost identical to Caron Simply Soft. And this colorway is Retro Sunset. And then there's this colorway, which is a Retro Sunset. So I only got one, which I don't understand why, of the summer. But it's still enough to make a Boggy Creek blanket. And then I have this color. Oh, this is just beautiful. That is just beautiful. And this is called Lagoon. And I got 2 of them. Now, if I can slide this on the floor, I got another tote. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on. Woo. I didn't take that piece. Okay, so now this is a beautiful yellow orange, kind of like a cream. That is just gorgeous. And this is their anti-pilling DK Colors Batik, 383 yards, 350 meters, 5 ounces, 140 grams. It is a 3-weight. They want you to use a U.S.A. knitting needle or a U.S.A. crochet hook. And of course, this is machine wash and tumble dry because it's anti-pilling. And there's, what did I say, 383 yards. So not quite 1,200 yards in one, but I've got 2, which would make a Boggy Creek blanket. And then they have their Himalayan Baby DK. Himalayan Baby DK. And this is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 310 meters, or 339 yards. A US-6 knitting needle, and a now this has changed a little bit. So now they want you to use a crochet size 8 or an H, 5 millimeter. But with this thin stuff, with that being so thin, no. I think I'd use a 3.5 because that's a little. This is on the thin side of being a 3. I'm telling you. I'm guessing it's probably a 2. But anyway, it's 100% acrylic. It's soft. There's nothing fancy about it. $2. $2. So we got that. Oh, what was the color? Um, RENK, whatever that is. And I believe, and I got 2 bags of that. So I got what, 10 skeins for $20? Okay, and I got this lovely, it says the same thing. So I guess it's just a color number. Whatever RENK is, and PARTI. So I'm not sure what language that is, but I'm pretty sure one is telling the color number and one is probably saying the dialect, would be my guess. And let me tell you, when I finally got my box, the Premiere, I was so worried that it all wasn't going to be there, or it was going to a lot was going to be damaged, because the box was shredded. It was literally taped shut. Across all the red Premiere tape was busted. The sides was busting out. So FedEx pretty much wrapped it all in tape and delivered it. But that is a beautiful, kind of like an orangish peach. It's kind of like an orangish peach. Really nice. It's really nice color. Okay, so now with these being, what did I say? 3 339 yards. There's 1,500 yards in a bag. I was thinking it was going to be a little bit thicker because they said a 3-weight and it's a 2-weight. But my thing was it would be a good Boggy Creek blanket. But with it being so thin, probably make one of the smaller ones. But okay, so we had that like turquoise blue, and then we got this mint. I'm gonna call it like a mint. Okay. So that looks like all of the baby yarn. Now we have and I'm glad that Premier shipped in bags, because if Premier didn't ship in bags, a lot of yarn probably would have been damaged. So this is Himalayan again. They're Lana Lux 400. Now this, I'm not going to say it's a 3-weight. So a 3-weight is like the yarn that I sent out in the boxes for Christmas in July. That is nowhere near as thick. That is nowhere near as thick as that. But so this is 50 acrylic and 50 wool. And I did not intend for this to go to Boggy Creek. This is intended for something different. but it's 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 400 meters, 437 yards. A U.S.A. knitting needle. Now, this is saying a size E4 crochet hook or a 3.5 millimeter. 3.5 millimeter, I agree with, because it's a 2-weight yarn, not a 3-weight. And this is the same size as the baby DK. So, but for being 50 acrylic, what did I say? 50 acrylic and 50 wool, this is nice stuff. Very nice. And I got 10. I got 10 of that color. So I have over 4,000 yards. I have over 4,000 yards of this purple color. And now I got 2 bags of this color. 2 bags. And it's kind of like a dark turquoise. It's a real pretty color. You can smell the wool. I got 2 of them. I got 2 of these greens. It's kind of like a darkish green. I got 2 of them. And you know me, I don't mind working with this thin weight. It bothers my arthritis. Oh, hold on. I messed up. So these are 2 different colors of green. Okay, that's why I bought 1 of each color. Because my intentions were, I was going to put these 3 together in a blanket. That was my intentions. So that's why I bought 5 of each color. Which is going to give me 6,000 yards to make a blanket. And for what I want to do, that's going to be plenty. And now we've got this. And here's this color. It's kind of like a violet purple. Or, do I want to say violet? But I got 2 bags of that. And that completes my order from Premier. I find it sad on Premier's part. It is what it is. I'm not going to tell people not to buy from them. It's not my job to police where people buy stuff. I probably will not return to Premier. And that's sad. I could have gave Premier a lot of business. And, my several $1,000s a year buying from Premier isn't going to break the company. So, if they lose me, it's no big deal. it is what it is. I guess if I get Premier Yarn, I guess I might have to wait until it goes on sale or clearance at Joann's or Michael's or Hirschner's. But anyhow, I wanted to get this video out earlier this week. It just didn't happen. There's just too much going on. But I love you guys. And for those of you that's going to see me tonight at 7 p.m., I'll be here. And y'all have a great day. And if I don't see you tonight, have a great weekend. And we'll see you next week sometime. All right? Bye, everybody.